Hello Flosstube! My name is Natalia and this is my channel, Official Mermaids Cove, where I share my love of cross-stitching and some other crafty things. It's been a minute. I kind of skipped my last weekly update. We were really close to the end of the month and I had family visiting in town, so I just held off so I could just do a monthly wrap-up. So that's what this is going to be. I'm going to talk about my monthly wrap-up for October. Thank you to all my returning subscribers. I got confirmation that the person who won my last celebration of hitting 300 subscribers received their package, so it made it safely to them, and hopefully they'll enjoy stitching on it. We're almost at 350 subscribers already, so I'll have to start thinking about what we're going to do when we hit 400. Maybe something Christmas related. We'll be probably in the holidays by then. But I'll go ahead and go through what I've worked on since the last time I've done an update, and then we'll go through haul. I have a little bit of haul. I've ordered some more things that are going to be coming in later, and I'll do my stitch numbers for the month, and then we'll go through shoutouts. It's typically how I do my videos. Okay, so let's go into what I've been stitching on. I'll insert a picture of this one because I don't have, it's a PDF chart, so I don't have a physical picture of the chart to show you. But this is Siren of the Sea. But this is an Autumn Lane design. I'm stitching this for Stitching on Autumn Lane. That's the SAL that we started in the Autumn Lane Facebook group to kind of hold us over until the mermaid box gets delivered. Still has not been delivered. I think Cassandra said that there's a little bit of a hold up with some of the floss. Oh, that's actually a stitch. Let me not try to pick out the stitch. I'm stitching this 2/110 stitch on 22 count hardinger fabric. I dyed this with my sister, but it's looking really good. The coverage is good, and I'm liking how it's turning out. I'm actually already, I think this is 33%, so I'm a third of the way in. So I look forward to getting more progress. And I might even have this finished by the time I get the mermaid box. So, but that'd be great because then I have my plate clean to start some new things. And then there's supposed to be quite a few kits in that box, so I'll be very happy to get it. If I remember and don't get too excited, I'll try to do an unboxing video when I get that. Okay, the next one is the one I've been stitching for my husband. This is I Tried. I'll insert a picture of what the final design's gonna look like. This one's kind of sort of in the Q-snap still. Let me see if I can just take this off. Go ahead and show you this. I finished stitching the words. So we have our naughty box, our nice box, and then I guess somebody just wrote in the third option, I tried my best. So we have this, and then of course I started down here. I think I posted on Instagram that I've started one of the Christmas lights here. I'm enjoying stitching this. A lot of this I've been able to do in hand. I'm stitching this 2/2 full cross on 28 count. This is an MCG Textiles fabric. It feels like a Joplin, but I'm not sure. It's an even weave. This is one of the first patterns by the Cross Stitch Studio I've done. The letters were all solidly stitched. For whatever reason, these square checkboxes have like one background color and then they have like a bunch of speckles throughout the border. Not too bad, but then this check mark here has like 4 different colors in it, and then it has like these random 2 really light pink stitches. So I'm not sure if that was intentional or if they just left that in when they were charting this. And then the weird thing too is that like the bottom garland of Christmas lights, they have like 3 or 4 different colors for this black base, and then on the top line it's all just one color because I've been stitching this across. So I'm not sure if that's just a charting thing. I know this is one of their like limited release designs for the Christmas. It hasn't made it like super unenjoyable, but it's just one of those things that I'm noticing you have to change threads more often than not. And you see here there's like pink stitches in the center of this. I guess it's supposed to be an orange Christmas light, so that's an interesting choice. But you know, it's one of those things that you really gotta wait until you finish it all, trust the charting, and see how it turns out. But it's turning out nice. I like how it looks. It's gonna be a decent size. My husband wanted this to be like an oversized cushion, so we'll see how this turns out when I go to finish it. Still shooting to try to get it done by the end of this year. We'll see if I actually get there. But I think currently we're at 28, almost 29%, not quite 29% with that. But I did hit my monthly goal. I think I had it to get it down to under 20,000 stitches. I'm going to try to get 10,000 stitches done for the month of November and then 10,000 stitches done for December. And I'm hoping I'll get more stitching time. It's one of those balances, right? Because you'll have family that you're spending time with during the holidays, but then you'll also maybe have more vacation time away from work. So we'll see how that goes. The next one was a finish. Right here. I have a pile of stitchy goodness around me. This is Fear Not, and I'm not going to show you a picture of the pattern because it's done. I stitched this on a 14 count Aida that I dyed with my sister. It's stitched 2/1 using DMC, and then there was one color here. Let me see if I have a floss card here. I stitched the blue with the Gentle Arts Blue Jay. And then this, I actually got a variegated look to the umbrella by using 2 different DMC colors. But yes, this is done. This is Fear Not by, designed by Susan at Sweet Wing Studios. I'm very happy with it. I'll have to figure out what I want to do to finish it. To fully finish it. But that was another finish. I think I'm up to 27 finishes for the year. So excited about that. The next one was a start. This I started, I think Sunday, the first day of the week for Halloween. I stitched this for hashtag, I guess the Phoenix? Yeah, Phoenix New Start. It went to support Unconventional cross stitch. This is Cauldron of Mer. I can insert a picture of what it's gonna look like here. And this is where I only got like 500 or so stitches. I'm stitching this 2/1 tent on 22 count Hardanger that I dyed myself. And if you see here, you can kind of make the outline. If you look at, so I'll insert a picture of the crop that I did of the actual design. I cropped it to make it more manageable for myself. And if you look at this corner of where I have it cropped, you can kind of see this is where she's like dipping her left hand into the cauldron bath. You can kind of see the gap there for her finger. So I've got that started. So that's like 1% of the way in. But I did bring down, I think the full size would have been close to 150,000 stitches, and I got it down to 45,365 stitches. So that's going to be much more manageable for me to stitch through. So that was a new start. I also got some progress in on some of my other mermaids. Pull these out real quick. I finished stitching in that one piece I was working on forever. I'll insert a picture of what the finished design looks like. And this is where I'm at now. This is Mermaid of the Pearls, but this is a Mirabilia design by Nora Corbett. I had this gapped here. It's like one of the trailing fins that she has off her tail. So I finished stitching this in. So I got some progress on that. We're at 7%. I really do need to get more progress on my mirrors. And this is November. I know a lot of people are doing November, so maybe I'll be able to give her a little bit more love this month. Stitching this 2/1 on 18. No, I think this is 16 count Aida, and I dyed it myself. Okay, I'll insert a picture of this one. This is a chart by Kat at Whittier Stitches on Instagram, and I think she finally did release this for purchase. She was nice enough to let me take a stab at stitching at it. She's having a few other people do mock-ups of the design. But this is where I ended with mine. I got some work more on the fins here. And currently that is at 8.7%. but I'm stitching it on a 16 count Aida Picture This Plus Crystal Jazz, and it's very sparkly. It's an opalescent, hence the crystal in the name. So I got a little bit more work done on that. I also pulled this out. This was pre-started that I found while thrifting. My husband asked me to stitch it for him, and I've cropped it. I've decided I can't do that hill. I can insert a picture of what the final design is going to look like. And this is where we're at. A lot of this top part was already stitched. And I kind of unpicked this bottom part because I'm not going to stitch all the way down. I'm going to probably stitch here straight across. And then that's going to be finished. This is a Delft Blue Aida according to the chart. And it's 14 count, and I'm stitching it 2/2, or sorry, 2/1. So that still has like a little over 2,000 stitches for me to completely finish this, and then I gotta do the back stitching and then frame it for him. So we'll see if I get this done. My next one is one that I keep in my work bag for stitching on the go. I can insert a picture of what this one looks like. This is Sweet Summertime, A Time for All Seasons by the Cottage Garden samplings. I am stitching this on a 36 count Folia Morte linen by Bestitch Me. And this is where we're at. I've been doing some fill-in in the tail here, so you're really seeing the rooster's tail come to life. So that's where we're at with that. This is getting closer. It's under 5,000 stitches at this point, but it's still got a little bit to go. I'm not in any hurry. I'm just working on it a little bit at a time. And I'm stitching that 1/2 on the 36 count. And then the last thing was a new start. I mentioned I had family visiting. We were able to go to Leanne at Forbidden Fabric Co.'s grand opening to her storefront in Covington, Tennessee. And while we were there, I got some goodies. So this is going to be like the end of my whip preview and then haul. So I bought this kit. This was their Disney villain mystery kit. And this one was Ursula's, of course. And the pattern looks, I can show you because it's right here. Looks like this. This is Unfortunate Souls. It says Poor Unfortunate Souls, and it's got the mermaid tail and the Ursula tentacles in the corner. And I have started this. This is on fabric dyed by Leanne at Forbidden Fabric Co. It is called Love Potion. It's a 16 count Aida, and I'm stitching it 2/1 with the called for threads because it's kitted up. I bought the kit. While I was there, so this was the last thing that I worked on. We're at 4% just with this amount. It's a pretty small chart. I'm hoping, we'll see if I measured this out correctly, but I might have just enough to do it twice. So that'll be nice. Right, well, we went to the store. I couldn't leave with just that. I got some more goodies. Well, my mom actually wanted me to work on this one. It says, "Be well, what a long, strange trip it has been." This is going to be for one of my mom's coworkers who's been battling cancer. She's almost at the end of her chemo treatments, so it'll be a nice gift for her. I also bought some fabrics. I got 28 count Lugana. I think these are all 28 count Luganas. The creme brulee, I'm hoping to use it for my Venus. This is one of the Thread Geek charts I bought a while back. It's a full coverage chart. The artwork was by Chrisabug, and I didn't want to stitch the background, so I thought this was a good option for that. I got this charcoal 28 count Lugana to stitch the Morrigan on. And then I got, well, Oh, that's, sorry, that's in a different. So there was another fabric that my mom got for this pattern. The, well, she bought the called for fabric. So I'll show you that in a minute. Yeah, so the last thing, one second, did I have something else in here to show? This came with like a cute little Tidal Wave Organics sunscreen. And, oh, I was thinking I put it came with a needle minder, it's in, over here. I thrifted this bag. I thrifted a lot of bags into like project keepers. So it came with like a nice Ursula needle minder, and I've already kitted up the colors for Be Well. This is the one specialty thread that my mom bought for it. It was like the variegated, I think it's like the border of what looks like the license plate. This is only 6 yards and you need quite a bit for the pattern. It's like the pattern's a little over 9,000 stitches. So I'm planning on just stitching the top leg in this and just stitching this as the base, the bottom leg. So we'll see how that goes. But then we have the fabric. This is Winter Sparrow. It is a 32 count. I think I have that right. But I can double check because I think I still have the label. Because I believe we got the called for. Yes, Winter Sparrow, 32 count, Belfast linen. So I'll be stitching it on this. I think I'll end up using the entire fabric. Yes. So I haven't started that one yet. I'm hoping maybe to finish the Unfortunate Souls and then start on it. We'll see how it goes. I don't know. She didn't really give me a deadline for when she wanted it, but, and it's not super complicated. A lot of, I've stitched like 2 of Leanne's kits that she offers, and they were not difficult stitching. The Dino stitch that I finished, I can pull that out real quick. I still have to fully finish this for my friend. Her birthday's coming up soon. So I have to iron it and make it into wall hanging. So this didn't take me too long. I think it was like 11 days maybe, and this was a little over 6,000 stitches. So I'm hoping it won't take me too long to... The Unfortunate Souls, the stitch count for that is like a little over 4,500. So less than 5,000. So if I start working on that, it won't take me too long, and then I can work on the other one. I got this. This is Calcutta Gold. It's also a 28 count Lugana. Leanne showed me, and I did see her post on Instagram about this. She stitched, I think, Miss Christmas Eve on this, and it turned out beautiful. I don't have Miss Christmas Eve, and I don't know if I want to stitch her, but I just love the look of the fabric, and I was thinking it would be good for Mirabilia. So I'll have to look at my stash and see which one I think should be good to go on. But I have those goodies. The other bit of my haul has been 2 different things. Hobby Lobby, and mostly just getting extra floss. I'm stitching the Grinch design. I tried I'm stitching like it's 14 count. It's a pretty big design. It's over 20,000 stitches. So I'm running through floss like nobody's business, and I'm definitely going to need more of that green in the letters for the Grinch. So I got an extra skein of that. And while I was there, they also had some Miyuki beads on sale. It was like 89 cents for a tube. And they were some nice... Ooh, trying to take the sticker off so I can read what the color is. It's an 11-0 Delica Matte Opaque Currant. It's like a matte brown bead. Brownish reddish bead. I'm thinking this would be good for like eyes, if you want to stitch eyes, or even edging. Like I have this. I've done this Biscornu before. It was a quirky Quaker design that I won from Michelle Bendy's channel, and I did beads at the end there. So I figure these would be like good for that. Or even, I do Christmas ornaments. That season's coming up, and I'm probably going to start on it this month. We can talk about that in plans. Yeah, And these are good, nice quality beads, so to get that for under $1, I will take it. So that was all of my Hobby Lobby haul. And then I have one more thing. I've recently become obsessed with Mo Sale Silk. I have joined a Facebook group and I've bought everything. I think like this past week I didn't buy anything, and then I broke that streak because I ended up buying her advent calendar. So I'll be getting that. It's like a 12-day advent. So my first year doing it, and I think I just happened to be able to get into a slot because I guess she does it where you sign up at the beginning of the year, pay a little bit each month, and then you get it at the end of the year. And then she had maybe some spots that were left open where people didn't keep up with it or want to continue it. So she had like a very limited number of slots, and I happened to see the post like 14 minutes after she posted, so I jumped in and got it. I've already paid the invoice. I'm super excited to participate in that. This will be my first cross-stitch advent. But in the meantime, here's in recognition of Japan's Cultural Recognition Day. I know a lot of people celebrated over the weekend. I just found this book at like Goodwill, I think, and it was like nice and shiny and pretty. And it's a box, and I've been putting all my silks in here. Turns out I had more than I thought, but recently, so this is my latest purchase. I bought a 120 silk skein. I guess this is a hank of silk from Mo Sale in black. I figured this would be good to do like monochrome fabric designs on. I have a lot of the fabrics that I like to dye end up being very bright, very like deep colors, and I think the black would pop really well against a lot of that. I haven't necessarily decided on a pattern yet. I've seen some of them where they're doing like samplers with like Cinderella on it. That's just one color, or you know, Pride and Prejudice, just one color. Different things like that. I have a few Valentine's Day samplers. But yes, I love this. It feels so nice. Her silks are very affordable, and it's very easy to purchase from her, and she's very quick about getting. I mean, we think about all the tropical storms we've had recently, the hurricanes that have happened in Florida, and it, even in the last order, like she was very quick to like keep in touch with her customers, let us know what the status was on the invoices that we paid, and when she mailed out the packages, and I got mine very quickly after I got the notification they got mailed out. So very happy with that. I still have her peeking behind here. You can see the silk spools that I showed in my last video. Haven't used any of it yet, but I'm looking forward to using that in the near future. I think that's all for haul. I just want to say, when me and my mom went to, and I can insert a picture here, she actually bought her own kit. She's gonna try out cross-stitching. This will not be the first time my mom's cross-stitched. She did it as a child when she was younger. I feel like, you know, a lot of people do that where they're schools, you know, for their arts and crafts project or whatever, they'll have you do something. I know my teacher had us do like weaving with yarn, different projects like that. I guess at her school when she was growing up, they had them do cross-stitching at one point. So she didn't remember the general basics, so I kind of just walked her through some of it. I will say the kit that she got came with like a linen, and it was a little bit much to start with. I was able to give her some Aida, and hopefully you'll still see the picture. That blue Aida that the hoop is on is one that I dyed, that I had a piece of, and it fits. She's stitching the Blue Flowers Winter Phoenix. It was a exclusive kit design, and I think it's been recently released for purchase for everybody else. It's a beautiful design. There's so many different colors that come with that kit, and they're all look gorgeous, and they're gonna look amazing. Even just a little bit that she stitched is really popping off the fabric. So I'm hoping she's excited and happy with the progress that she's making. She's a little hesitant, and you know, she's a little bit for perfectionist. I can relate. So she was like double checking with me, do the stitches look good? They look beautiful, they look great. She's doing great. She did borrow my magnifier. Me and my mom are very nearsighted. And I think I went ahead and gave her some details, and she found something that she thinks will work for her off Amazon. So she's gonna try it when she goes back to Chicago and see how much progress she gets. But I might have another stitchy person in the family, so that'll be fun. Keep your fingers crossed that she enjoys it and keeps going. And when we went to the grand opening at Leanne's store, it was amazing. She has so much stuff in there. There's so much stuff to look at, all these beautiful threads, all that beautiful fabric. She didn't have a lot of opalescence, which was what I was maybe interested in looking at. But of course, it's not like I had any problem finding fabric to take home. She had beautiful yarn. I was thinking about taking some, but I just kind of prioritized the cross stitch stuff. There's so much good stuff there. There was nice spread laid out, so we stayed a bit. We munched on some of the treats that she had and chatted with the ladies, which is nice. And I got to spend the day with my mom, which was nice before she went back to Chicago. So it was a good day, and I really enjoyed myself. Hopefully I'll get a chance to visit there in the near future. I don't know if I'll get a chance by the end of the year, but maybe next year I could take a day trip and go with my husband sometime, or maybe some of my other friends. Unfortunately, one of my friends had a family emergency, so she wasn't able to come this time. She was originally going to join me, and so if you're the praying type, please keep her in your prayers. Her and her family are going through a little bit of a scare right now. So hopefully everything works out with that. Okay, so we're at the end. November's officially begun, so we can go through my stitch numbers for October. This is what my month of October looked like. I'll try to see if I can get the glare mostly out of there for you. I did quite a bit of stitching. I think the last week, at the end of the week where I guess I didn't record. When was the last day I recorded? It was a while ago. But I got like 8,971 stitches by the end of this last week. I don't think I totaled up, because this wasn't a full week, so I didn't total up this last one. But for the entire month, I got a total of 28,297 stitches. 25,762 of those stitches were considered full stitches. Some of my patterns I 10 stitch on, so if you have that, that'll make it full. The full stitch count was actually higher than last month, and last month I think I got 30,000 stitches or something crazy. So I think ultimately I did more stitching this month than last month, even though the total, it can be a little deceptive. But I'm actually surprised about that. I don't know if I'll be able to keep that up. The holidays are coming up. There's a lot of activities that we'll be going to. Hopefully getting out of the house, hanging out with some friends. But I'm very happy with that. And I'm happy I got to finish my friend's birthday stitch before her birthday, and I do definitely need to focus some time to sew that up and fully finish it so it's ready for her actual birthday. I had 3 no stitch days. 2 of those days I was crocheting. Well, I guess I didn't show that. I'll show that here after I finish running through the numbers if you're not interested in crochet. I had 3 new starts. I started the Hawaiian Mermaid, which I finished. I started the God Creates Dinosaurs, which I finished this month. And I also started the Cauldron of Mer. That was a new start as well. I'm sorry, no, Hawaiian Mermaid wasn't my start, but she was one of my finishes. I started Siren of the Sea, that's what it was. I started Siren of the Sea this month. I had 4 finishes. 4 finishes? Yep, I had 4 finishes. I finished Hawaiian Mermaid, I finished the Blue Lagoon Mermaid from Bella Filipina. The Hawaiian Mermaid was from Autumn Lane. God Creates Dinos was from a kit from Forbidden Fiber Co. that I finished, and then I also finished Fear Not, which was by Sweet Wing Studio. So yeah, those are pretty good numbers. Looking at my whip balance, I have 13 ongoing whips. One of that is a Gecko Rouge chart, one of that is a Dimensions kit, then it's my, I think you've seen, well, I think the only one I haven't shown you. So I have I Tried, which is the Grinch, I have Periwinkle Mermaid, which I just showed you, Mermaid of the Pearls, Siren of the Seas, Sweet Summertime, Wintry Wolf. I might not start stitching that one until December. It's not a counted cross stitch kit, it's a printed cross stitch kit. It's a little bit different. Been having some issues with maybe the tension, so I might be switching it to a different, maybe some Q snaps would help with that. The noblest part was a Sal. Oh, I didn't show you that. I actually stitched on that, so I got the 2 parts from my Stitchy Mates. we're doing this as a sal with the ladies that I made friends with, my table mates at Stitch Florida this year. This is the noblest part. I can insert a picture of what the finish is going to look like. But we are each stitching a piece. You can kind of get the gist from these two, right? Like I stitched this part here, and then I got the other person's. I gotta send both of these on to the next lady. I think Dottie, the stitching Scotty, I gotta send it to her. So we've been stitching our names and the states on the floss cards, and I did the next part here, and I think Dottie will be doing this part that I stitched here on this one, and then the next part there's another line here. So yeah, we're doing that as a sal. It's using the hashtag friendship retreat sal. So far so good. We're not in any hurry to get it done, and we're enjoying. We're doing Zoom meetings that Dottie set up for us. Really enjoying chatting with the ladies, and they have enabled me. I've signed up for the Jingle Ball. I haven't signed up for any of the kits yet. I know that the PDF tickets, I think Lindy Stitches said that they don't run out, so I'll have to look back and see if I change my mind or anything. I might just participate. I think I told myself I was just going to participate this year, and then we would see moving forward from there. Okay, so that's definitely all of my stitch counts. So then I have, so that was the noblest part, is the sal. We have Sky Hunter, you saw that. Choose Joy is another Sweet Wing Studio design that I'm stitching on. The Cauldron of Myr, and then Unfortunate Souls. So that's 13 whips. So, 13 whips. Altogether, those whips, I still have 311,550 stitches, and my margin would be negative 11,550. But if I minimize my Dracaris to be, like, I think for a year's time, I think like the maximum I would expect to get done on a project would be 100,000 stitches. So if I take out the 52,855 for this year, then we can reduce it down to this, which would make that a balance of 258,695 stitches with a margin of 41,305 stitches. I'm not going to try, like, technically speaking, because of my rules on this, I could potentially justify 2 more whips as long as they're under 41,000 stitches. I think I'm going to try to focus on maybe paring down my whips. Stitchy Gaming Jamie has been doing this, where she does like whip down weekends. So I've been watching her channel while she's trying to get more progress in her whips. Tess Lynn is doing a stitch along. I'll have to put it in the description of this video. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's like finished before I'm finished. She's doing like this massive BAP full coverage chart, and I just said that I'd be willing to join her. I think for the purposes of this, because she said she wanted to do it like starting on a leap year and then hopefully getting it done by the next leap year or by the end of the next leap year. So I think the deadline to start it would be the end of this year or sometime this year. So I haven't decided when I'm going to start that. I think I do still have some of the threads to start it. I haven't decided on the fabric yet, but I think I do have a piece of like white 28 count that would be big enough. I just haven't, I guess, made a commitment on how I want to do that. It's like the biggest design I've ever worked on up to this point. Currently, Dracaris is my biggest design that I've actually stitched on, which is why I guess I've been a little intimidated to start. It's called Lily Fennec. It's no longer on the Hade website. It was a Selena Fennec artwork based off Selena Fennec's artwork, and Hade no longer has her charts there. If I think some other sites have taken up licensing her artwork, so I don't know if Thread Geeks or maybe one of the other designers would eventually think about charting that. I know they charted some of the other things that Hade had on there, so maybe in the future they'll have it. So we're doing that. I think she's created a group chat with some other ladies who are interested in joining in on that. I'll have to start thinking about when I want to start that so I can post progress on there. I've also been following Julie at Silver Stitches. I posted on Instagram, she tagged me, and so I got caught by the bug. She got this inspiration from Small Town Stitches, and the sal is called Stitch My Way to You sal, hashtag Stitch My Way to You sal. And you basically put your current whips on Instagram, and you ask people to pick one, and then based on how far away they are from you in terms of kilometers, that's how many stitches you have to put into that project. This is for 2025, so I've already posted mine. I'm not committing to getting any of those stitch counts done this year. I feel like I have enough plans that I want to get done by the end of the year, and I haven't even started my ornaments, so that'll be something in and of itself that I have to start thinking about. But it's going to be for next year, and I'm totally okay with being totally delusional about what I could potentially get done next year. So I haven't put any limits on it. If you haven't checked out my post on that, go check out. These are ongoing whips. The only one that I haven't started yet is the Lily Fennec one, but since I'm planning on starting it before the end of the year, it'll definitely be available for 2025. It doesn't matter if somebody's already called that whip. By all means, if there's still stitches left, I'll be more than happy to stitch whatever amount of stitches you are from me on that whip. So feel free, if there's 3 people who've already asked for something and you want to ask me to get progress on that one, I'll just tally up the stitch count. It's not a big deal. If you comment on that Instagram post, you'll have to tell me which city you want me to use to calculate the distance from where I'm at. And I'll try to be cognizant of tagging the people who've requested to see progress when I make posts on my Instagram page for those whips going into 2025. But yeah, I'm excited about that. So I'm just picking up all kinds of sals for next year. And I've also been watching The Alchemist Stitcher. They have a lot of Kakarush whips and kits that they haven't even started. A lot that they have started. I think they mentioned they actually have the Dracarys kit that I'm working on right now. I'm not sure what fabric they're stitching it on, but they have beautiful stitching, beautiful projects. I love Gecko Rouge, so it was really nice going through her video and seeing all of her whips. So definitely would recommend to go check her out. And then of course Cross Stitch the Globe. They've been celebrating mile marks, and they always put out regular videos on their channel across different topics. My heart goes out to them losing a fur baby. I lost my fur baby last year in April, end of April. It wasn't easy. She was there for, I guess, a majority of my life. Yeah, she was almost 16 years old. And I turned 30 this year. So yeah, majority of my life there, and it just felt weird not having her little pitter-patters around the house. So it takes a while. They're your fur babies. They're part of the family. You're never ready to lose them either. So go over to their channel, give them some kind words of support, and of course check them out. They always have beautiful things to share, and it's Nora November, so they're gearing up to start on their Nora Corbett and Mirabilia designs. So I would definitely keep an eye out if you're a fan of those for their channel for these next few weeks. I think that's everything I had to share. I'll definitely be trying to show more. I haven't done a dyeing fabric video yet. I want to be able to do that. I've been getting comments about my organization with my whips and keeping up with my stitch counts. I do have the Google Doc that I'm working on. I'm trying to figure out how to make it so it's like a template where you can just make a copy and use it on your own. If anybody has any tips, feel free to drop that down below. I'm pretty sure if I Google it, I'll be able to get it done. It's just other life things. I haven't been prioritizing it. But it's not super complicated. And if you're interested in, I would love to make that available for anybody who wants to try it out for themselves. I also want to maybe stitch a video of me working on my Christmas ornaments. I do beaded ornaments on perforated paper. I think I based mine off of a Mill Hill kit that I got. I have the pattern and I just redo it with, it's only beads. There's no stitching with floss. It's literally just beads. I'm sure Mill Hill has other kits that are still like this. If you're interested, I can show you which one I use as my template for a lot of these, but I basically just get different color seed beads and bugle beads and recreate the pattern over and over again, and I mix up the colors, and then I let my coworkers pick which color palette they want, and I give those out every year, and they're very happy. They always look very beautiful, they always look very sparkly with all the beads, so they're always very happy to get those. And I'll also, depending on the type of beads that I have, if I have enough of the right colors, I've also stitched some like specific beaded ornaments based off of like pixel art for different coworkers, and sometimes my nieces and nephews, I stitched them some of those one year. So I'll have to total up and see if I just want to do snowflakes this year, or if I want to do some specific ornaments based off, maybe start looking at some pixel art that I can use as a reference. But yeah, I'll be happy to show you how I do that and how I end up finishing those. I think I've tried everything as far as finishing. I've done glue, I've done stitching it. I don't necessarily put edging around them, but with all the beads on it, they've already got kind of enough embellishment. But I'd be willing to share that here. And then I still haven't pulled the trigger on trying to sew up that mystery project that I was going to show you guys. So I do want to work on that. And that's going to be something I can maybe use for some of these full coverage designs that I want to work on in the future. Okay, I think that's everything for this video. It was a while. I'll try to do better about doing weekly updates from here on out, but with the holidays coming up, that might not be possible. We'll see how well I do. I know Thread the Needle is going to be doing a Christmas stitch, and I think Siska Stitches is also doing a stitch challenge on her Facebook group. So I'll have to see if there's anything that I can tie into the goals that I've already set for this month moving forward. I haven't decided if I'm going to do Flossmas yet. My husband was toying with the idea of helping me make an advent of my own for all 25 days of Christmas, which for me, it might be a little bit more because I go all the way until Three Kings Day, January 6th. So we'll see about that. But I was going to do that from stash. So I was going to have him help me. I'd probably package individual things, and then he would randomly assign them numbers, and or pick some to open every day. And we can do little mini videos every day. So that's an idea I've been toying with. If you'd be interested in that, leave me a comment down below. If you've made it to the end of this video, leave me a mermaid icon. And let me know if you have any holiday stitching plans. I'd be really interested to know. A lot of people have like goals for trying to get to a certain, maybe doing that last jog to get something finished by the end of the year, so you can start next year with some fresh starts and some fresh projects to work on. So I'd be interested what everybody else is planning, what everybody else is looking forward to this holiday season. I hope you and your family are doing well, staying healthy, take care of your health. Every time the darker months roll around, I feel like I get a little bit of seasonal depression, so I gotta start taking some vitamin D, some vitamin C, B12, something to keep my energy up, maybe focus more on getting more sleep and exercising and all that. So make sure you take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, check in on your friends, and until next time, happy stitching! Bye!